The Anne Frank House, one of Amsterdam's greatest attractions. But what makes this little house so great? It comes with a story, one that describes such hardship that strikes guilt in everyone's core. A story of Anne, a young girl and her family who hid for 25 months in a secret annex before being killed in internment camps, all except her father. This is an amazing museum. There's a connection to the spirits of those lost in the Holocaust. There's pride in knowing that we choose to remember them, and solitude, a place of reflection. Coming here gives us hope in humanity. Often, when people read novels, they have to keep in mind that the characters are not real. But this time, the struggle was to remember that they are real. Before going to visit the home, read the novel. It makes a world of difference. Throughout the annex, there are signs with each person's picture and the date of their birth and death. A reminder that these people were real. They had lives. They were forced to live in a cramped environment. When walking through the house, we can see how they lived, where they talked, laughed, cried, feared for their lives, and when Anne and Peter had her first kiss. Looking out the front of the building, you see people walking by, some stopping to pay attention, their respects, while others just pass by. You feel like Anne, watching the world go by. Some people knew what happened here, while others did not realize where they were standing. Anne, looking out the attic window, was her only relation to the real world, and now we can look out the front window and watch the world. I recommend just doing that. It can change you. Also, stand in the hallway where the door to the annex was. Close your eyes and imagine the day they were caught. Then open your eyes. You can see them. Feel them walking past you. The sorrow. The terror. All hope is gone. One's imagination can play a big role in such critical moments. Seeing this memorial, a place you can imagine what occurred, produces hope for humanity that this will never happen again. This attraction reminds us of what transpired, but as said in the video at the end of the museum, it is frustrating looking at the book of names and seeing 4 Aidens with no memorial and no way to remember them. The annex has 7 of the 102,000 Jews from Amsterdam killed in the Holocaust, and 1 of the 5,000 liberated. Devastating numbers, but it can remind one story, one life, when we have the ability to remember all. Memorializing one gives hope that this will never happen again. The solitude, the silence, an amazing place to reflect. Put yourself in the shoes of the helpers. Would you have been able to do the same? Reflect on your own life, how you live, and would you have the courage to help those being persecuted due to their faith? Would you have the strength? Do you have hope in yourself, in humanity to help? I recommend going to the secret annex after reading her diary. You feel how horrible the times were. You have the opportunity to see what it would have been like to be afraid for your life and to hide, have strict rules. Cultural genocide is no joke. This is why it must stop. Killing for belief breeds grief.